Now, in Seoul's National Assembly today, Korea's defense chief was in the hot seat for the second day over the planned deployment of THAAD. Now, he made clear to the lawmakers and the wider public that the deployment of the U.S. missile defense system does not mean it's joining the U.S. MD shield. Our parliamentary correspondent Ji Myung-kil.
Defense Minister Han Min-koo refuted concerns that the decision to deploy THAAD to the Korean peninsula means that South Korea will become part of Washington's global missile defense shield, a continuation of the policy set by former President Kim Dae-jung.
Let me be clear, it is not joining the US MD program. THAAD will only be used for South Korea's defense against North Korea. We will not share any information with a US-led global missile defense system.
Han noted that Seoul is developing its own missile defense program, Kill Chain, and the Korea Air and Missile Defense System, so there is no need for Seoul to join the US system. Prime Minister Hwang Kyo-ahn was also present for the session. When the main opposition Minju Party of Korea asked whether the U.S. had forced the THAAD decision, he said it was South Korea's sovereign military decision.
The U.S. is a very important ally to us. It was our own decision to deploy the THAAD for our self-defense and for our survival.
The party also expressed concerns about the possibility for diplomatic and economic retaliation from China and Russia, both of which are deeply opposed to the deployment. Meanwhile, the People's Party stuck to its stance that the deployment needs parliamentary approval, an idea the Prime Minister rejected again today.
The THAAD deployment is a serious issue that encompasses people's safety. Public consensus is required. The government should submit a motion for parliamentary approval.
The opposition parties also criticized the government for disclosing the intended site of Seongju, Gyeongsang-buk-do province, without consulting the people who live there, and asked if there were any plans to compensate Seongju residents. The defense minister replied that while there is no compensation plan, the government will meet with Seongju residents and give them whatever support they need. Ji Myung-kil, Arirang News.